Come man, we good now.
Okay, Robin? Alright, come. So we want to say Kahala Yahweh wa Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakam Kudash. The double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. The salutations to the elect, push those words and truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Can you get the Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2? Read that chapter.
This is
So the mindset of all these people, right? Like the only people, I did a video on understanding, when you understand reincarnation, it should make you righteous or more righteous, because the idea of you only live once, YOLO, so live your best life, is actually wicked. Because then basically this society is pushing the vibration out to do wickedness.
Yeah.
Because to live your best life, you have to have money in this society, and to get that kind of money, to have enough money to live out your dreams, you have to do wicked shit.
Yeah.
So understanding that this is not your only life, or rather, this is not your only life. That you actually everything you do right now is being judged, and you will come back and live out your judgment again. Should make you more righteous.
Yeah.
You should be doing better now, so that when you come back, it's not too bad.
It's kind of like, these people have the spirit of, like the people who are of, like the scripture says, reprobates.
Yeah, reprobates, yeah.
People who are void of judgment, right?
Yeah, void of judgment.
That's what the word reprobate means. And that's the exact same mentality that people have, as in YOLO, you only live once, as in do whatever the hell you want, because there is no so-called afterlife. You know what I mean? So they're void of judgment. They don't know that there is, another life. There is, something called, reincarnation in the scriptures, in which you will come back and serve your judgment. Whether righteously or wicked. The Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy.
Right, so they don't understand that there is remedy, man. Death is just a transition. The remedy is that you leave in this hell, right? And you're going back into the spiritual world. You know how glad your spirit is to be up there rather than be here? That's why when you come here, you're mourning, man. But the thing is, they don't understand that you come back. So they're saying, okay, this is about it. This is how we're doing it. It's our only life. Let's live the best life.
That's right. When you come back, you mourn. That's why when a child is first born, when they come out the womb, the first thing they do is cry, man.
Because the spirit knows.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's funny because, doctors will tell you if your baby doesn't cry, there's something wrong with your baby. It's not healthy. That's wicked, man. It's funny. More so, if your baby doesn't cry, that's actually the opposite. It's like, fuck, you're okay with being here? You know what I mean? It's like, you're actually okay with being here? Like, if I have a child, I'm gonna look at it, you better cry, or else I'm like, fuck, I got a wicked child already. You know what I mean?
Hey man, when Yahushua came to the earth, he cried, like you said in the Apocrypha, the first voice he uttered was crying like every other child. It says, and in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. Yahushua returned from the grave.
See? They're foolishness, man. It's like and it's funny because that stuff will happen right in front of the ungodly, like the wicked Sadducees and Pharisees.
Yeah.
That happened. Yahushua came back right in front of them, but they still think that they have to do their most in this life.
Yeah, there's a few people that Yahushua raised from the dead.
Yeah.
And actually,
a couple people came back to life.
Yeah. When Yahushua was crucified, a few of the saints came back. They rose from the grave and they walked back into the city and they did their work.
Yeah. Which is funny, man, because the same thing's been happening how Yahushua comes. That's why I said the death.
They shall rise first.
It's the same thing.
Right?
It's the same thing when it comes back. They're going to come right back to life, and they're going to roll and be caught up into the chairs, but will.
And we should meet them up in heaven or in the air.
In the air.
And it says, for we are born at all adventure and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostril is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart. And it says, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. You know? Your spirit will go back to the Heavenly Father. You know, just like the brother said that, you know, death is a transition. You literally go from one realm to another, hence why you can't burn in hell. Because in order to burn in hell, you have to be in the flesh. That's how you would feel that burn.
Exactly.
You gotta be in the flesh. But if you're just a spirit, you're actually energy, you're pure fire.
You can't burn fire. It's just, you ever try to think of, you know, it's like you have a candle that's a little bit like where sticks that are lit on fire, and you take a lighter, like, yeah, get this.
Yeah.
You're not burning a fire.
It just joins into it.
Joins. But that's, see, that right there kills that alone kills the hell doctrine.
It does.
That, you know, we're in a place, like you said, that we're gonna get burned forever and there with a pitchfork, ready to poke us in the ass. Or some of them think that he's ready to pop you in the ass.
Yeah. Wicked, man. I used to believe that stuff, man. Like,
Yeah,
I remember,
oh,
you
yeah,
know, like
yeah.
a long time ago before the truth, like,
Yeah.
you know, I would watch some videos on YouTube and that shit would scare me, man.
Yeah,
you know, where you have people who had their testimony that, you know, they went
see,
into hell and they saw
it's like,
Satan,
yeah.
you know.
They draw it out, they draw it, they're good artists.
Yeah. Bro, now that I'm in the truth, I went back, you know,
Laugh at those things,
and
man.
watched those videos and I was just cracking on like, you fucking devil, wicked ass bitch, you know what I mean? Like, you can just see right through them now, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because it's like, this does not fit the scriptures.
Yeah, exactly.
It does not fit the scriptures. And if it doesn't fit the scriptures, it's not true, man.
Yeah.
It has to be in line with the scriptures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whatever they were preaching, whatever they were talking about was actually false, man.
Yeah.
You know, because the scriptures does not say stuff like that, man. The hell that we're going through is here.
On earth.
You know, slavery. You know, waking up, you know, 9 to 5, you know, going home, getting help from your woman, you know, she doesn't cook, and this, you know, like all of
Your
these
bodies,
things.
man. Like,
Yeah.
we're sick. We're constantly sick.
Exactly.
You're constantly sick. You're constantly sore.
Exactly.
The fact that we have to work out every day, it already tells you something.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
exercise is such a big thing in this society is because this society is broken.
Yeah, and then you got people who think that there's a place worse than this. This is
Their
wicked.
minds are closed.
You know?
People who say that are people who are willfully ignorant. Because
And-
at the end of the
yeah,
day,
and
those
they're
things,
comfortable here.
they're comfortable here, exactly. Which is actually twisted because at the end of the day, everybody's lived a rough life to a certain extent.
Yeah.
They've seen something. And that, and then even going through that wasn't enough for them to be like, okay, this world is fucked.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, well, they went through it, and then they go right back to the next. They go back to their everyday lives the next day.
Yeah.
They don't consider.
Come on.
They only see with their carnal eyes. They don't see with their spiritual eyes.
Come on, man. You know, even now, you know, like you have a lot of these Edomite men, you know, who are catching hell from their women. You know what I mean? Which, to know that a nation has been destroyed, look at their women, man. You have a lot of these Edomite women that are on crack now. You know, they go to school literally smoking crack and shit. You know, when you look back, you know, a few hundred years ago, you know, they were living good, man. You know, they were living good, you know, there were women that every other nation's woman wanted to follow.
Yeah.
But now the so-called white woman is literally being destroyed, man, right in front of our eyes, man. And you have a lot of these Edomite men, so-called white men, that are leaving and going their own way. You know, they have a name for, you know, MGTOW, men going their own way. You know, that's what it stands for, because a lot of these women are pretty much the only thing that they have to offer is pussy, man. But they don't give men, you know, what a man actually desires, man. You know, for a woman to be feminine, for a woman to actually treat her man, okay, like a king, man. You know what I mean? The only thing that these women can offer now is just pussy, and that's it, bro.
It is.
You know?
It's such a wicked cycle because at the same time the men act like boys to these women.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why
They've
these
been
women,
destroyed.
yeah, like these women, like you see them, and you're like, yeah, you're fucking wicked, you're fucked up, and you look at the people that they've been with, like, okay, well,
Yeah, it all makes
yeah,
sense.
it all makes sense. Both of them are fucked,
Yeah.
but it's just like you women complain about men not being men, but that's because you don't give them a chance to be men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then men complain about women not being the women. That's because you're a boy. You act like a boy. You don't act like a man.
You're making the woman have to step in and actually take your role.
Like if your woman's getting mad at you because you're not keeping up with bills and you're not cooking,
Yeah.
like shit, that should be embarrassing. You know, if she constantly has to tell you, okay, babe, you know the garbage is full. Can you take it out, please? You know, or this is that. And then, yeah, it's about both, but Jesus Christ, the cooking aspect is what messes me up. You got grown ass men who don't know how to cook. Then they get mad at their women for not cooking. It's like, well, your woman's a child. What do you expect? She's a child, and you're the man, so you have to bear that.
Especially now, man, you know, like the best cooks are actually men. You know, especially now.
Straight up.
You know what
straight
I mean?
up.
Honestly, the best cooks are actually men, which goes to show you that the woman have lost her total, what's the word?
She's lost her way. She's lost her way.
Yeah, you know, exactly. You know, she lost her way. She lost her order.
Yeah,
you know,
order,
she actually lost what she, was built to do. What she was actually understood. This is my role in this relationship.
She lost
you
her
know what I mean?
God-given talent.
Yeah.
Literally, because that's men. It's like some people, you see them do something like, yo, you were born to do this. You just know how to do it.
Yeah, it just clicks.
You're right.
Yeah,
the same thing with women.
Yeah, exactly, man. So now, you know, because we don't really have women, now the men gotta take, you know, that that role, that burden, you know, and actually do it, man.
And that's why these men act like boys, is because they're like, fuck, I gotta do everything.
Yeah.
I gotta take care of you, I gotta take care of the kids, I gotta do this, I gotta do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, men are the men of the house, but your woman, like the Most High gave you a partner for a reason.
Yeah.
She's supposed to help with something.
Yeah. Hey, man, just like, you know, just a few days ago, like my woman told me, you know, like, she has a sister, and her sister treats her husband, you know, just like a total shit, you know. And then she knows another one of her coworkers that talks down, you know, to her husband as well. And she was like, you know, I finally understood why, you know, my sister talks shit to her husband, and why my coworker talks shit to her husband, you know, and the reason why is because, you know, like women make more money than men, you know what I mean? And that's why, you know what I mean, like, with that, you know, power, you know, just naturally, you know, pretty much falls into their lap, and then they just, you know, start to feel like, as if, okay, because I'm making more money, therefore I can, you know, pretty much act a certain way, I can act this way, you know what I mean? Which roles were switched back then, right? When men actually made more women than, you know, made more money than women, right? Women were in order and so on and on, but now that women make more money than men, they feel like they can talk, you know, a certain way to men.
You know, that's why, you know, that's funny, because it's funny you say that, because that's why women, they're attracted to men who don't deal with their shit.
Yeah.
And you cut that shit off right away, man. Women are attracted to that shit because they know, like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Because deep in a woman's spirit,
even though she'll act,
even though she'll act like a man and act like she has the authority and be above, that's only because, but within deep her spirit, she knows, oh fuck, I'm not supposed to do this. Yeah. I'm telling you, 10 out of 10, those women they act like men and they act like they have all the power, but when they go home and they're alone at night, they're all fucked up.
Yeah.
They're all fucked up because they're like, man, what the fuck? I don't have a man. How come there's no good men in this real world? You know? And they,
look at your fucking mouth. You know what? What men in their right mind would want to do with that anyway?
Look at your mouth.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's loud.
You know? And then they get on social media and rant about, you know, no real man can handle this.
Yeah.
You know, all that bullshit.
Exactly.
It's like, well, what the fuck?
And then, you know, they get mad when they don't get it mad.
That's why, man, women, they get mad when they don't get it mad. That's why women, like, the most high, man, I'm understanding on that. I'm understanding this a lot more now. But, man, it's actually disrespectful to be a man. First of all, to be a man and give your woman that much attention.
Yeah. It's
disrespectful. Because at the end of the day, is the scriptures say not to become friends with your children.
Exactly.
So why would you do the same? And why would you do the same thing with your woman? Yeah, you're supposed to be nice to her, but don't give her liberty, right? It says don't give her liberty to guide abroad.
Don't give her all of your strength.
Don't give her all of your strength. Don't give her all of your strength.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, she's a weaker vessel. If you give the weaker vessel too much power, it will do wicked stuff.
Exactly, and then you eventually will become soft.
You become soft.
Because, you know, it's kind of like, honestly, man, like when you have, you know, like when you have your firstborn, you love them, man. You know, you love them, you know, you want to spoil them. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if you do that way too much, that kid is going to grow up hard head, man,
Yeah.
stiff neck.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
stiff-necked, yeah.
always getting what they want, not understanding that you gotta struggle in order to receive the benefits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you just spoil them all the goddamn time, they won't understand. That you have to appreciate. Your rewards, and you gotta go through hell to get them, man. That's the same thing with these women. If you always give them attention, you eventually will become soft, man. You know what I mean? That's why the scripture talks about, like, again, don't give your strength unto these women, man. And then also, we're supposed to be serving Yahweh Shad first, man.
Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say, man. It's even worse when you're a man in this truth,
Yeah.
trying to give your woman a lot of attention. It's like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like you're here trying, you're here working towards being of the elect, and you're bowing down to a fucking woman.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think this is?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, honestly, personally, I see that as like a disrespect to the Most High.
Hey, and
He
we're-
gave you power,
Come on.
and you're bowing down to your woman.
Come on. Hey, just like I was gonna say this, that we're the Lord's woman. So imagine yourself right now. You're in the Lord's shoes. You're the Lord, and your woman is bowing down to another man. That shit would cheese you,
you wanna
right?
kill her.
That shit would cheese, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That shit would actually cheese you, man. That's the same thing in this situation, man.
That's true.
When you bow down to your woman, you're actually spitting on the Lord's face, because you're the Lord's woman.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
God. Especially when He gave you the truth. Shit.
Yeah.
You have all the knowledge. It's like, yeah. It's
Hey, I bought you
and
with the
imagine,
price.
yeah, you can't. And imagine your woman bowing down to that man after you just bought her all these new clothes to go on the
Yeah.
shopping spree.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is symbolic for giving her the truth.
yeah.
Right?
Giving us the truth, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
That's tough, man. That's tough.
Anyways,
You motherfucker!
Same time that women will teach a man how to grow. Women are like the perfect tool to help grow a man. You're wicked though.
She teaches you what wickedness is.
Exactly.
Give me no wicked, or give me any wickedness, but the wickedness of the woman.
Yeah. He said, give me any wickedness of the mind, but the wickedness of a woman. That's crazy, man.
That's like actually,
Fuck.
he would rather be like, like
Messed
in this,
up,
like, yeah.
messed up, mentally disordered,
Yeah.
than to deal with a woman and be in his right mind. That's crazy. That says a lot about these women, man.
That goes to show you, man. Honestly, women can actually break you down, bro, just by words. They're wicked. They know what
They actually know how to do
They
it.
know what hit hurt.
What hurts.
What actually hurts you the most. Huh? like they're wicked creatures, right?
There's this one guy. Like I always say, one guy told me about women. He's a Jake. The one thing he said to me, he's wicked, but he was a Jake. The one thing he said to me is like, yo, see all these women in the gym? Don't look at them, but look at their tails. See how wicked they are. I'm like, holy fuck, that's true.
Yeah.
They all have tails, man. They're just wicked.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of they're animals, bro.
Yep. Yeah, I remember I saw this one photo on Instagram. It was a man.
And she's like this.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking
right?
about. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, he was, he was looking at the woman, and the woman
being
just,
led by her.
and the woman was a badass,
She was fine,
yeah,
had a nice ass,
exactly.
good looking.
She just looked perfect, but then
There's another picture on the side.
exactly. There's another picture on the side, and she has a tail, and she's literally leading him, into destruction.
Yeah, there's like hell in the
Yeah.
background, and her hands are all red. It's like claws. He's like, yo, holy fuck.
Yeah, and she was holding his hand.
Yeah,
Which, that individual, was bowing down to her, man, being led by the woman. And that's what the scripture talks about. For my people, children are their oppressors, and women lead them. And it says, I'm a they which lead thee cause thee to err, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Goes back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1, verse 3. Which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud. You know, yes, we will have your works in remembrance, man. That's why
Exactly.
the Lord Yahweh Shah said that He requires that which is past. You know, so although, you have passed on, you died or whatever, you come back, man.
Yeah,
You come back.
it's like, man, that way of thinking is basically it's childish.
It is.
Okay, now it's like you think you can get away with doing wicked shit.
Yeah.
You think you can live one life, live it to you hide it under the phrase live your best life.
Yeah.
Live your life to the max. But living your life to the max and living your best life is basically being wicked. Because to do that in this society, you need money.
Exactly.
And everybody, especially Jake dreams big.
Yeah.
But the shit he wants, he needs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And to get that much money from Esau in his kingdom, he's gonna make you do a lot of shit.
Exactly, which goes to show you that the same people come back and they're back into rulership, pretty much in their own lot.
Yeah.
Because in order to think that you only have one life and when you pass on, you don't ever come back again, then that means that every so often generation, there should be, change in rulership. You know what I mean? The elites have been ruling, right, for such a long time because they keep that shit within their family and they're reincarnated. They come back into their own lot doing the same fucking shit. That's why the so-called Native Americans are still suffering until today. What happened, you know what I mean? I'm a years and years back, man. There's a reason why the so-called Negroes in America are suffering, living in the ghettos due to what happened in slavery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The same people are doing this. Yeah.
So there's no such thing as YOLO. You only live once, man.
You wouldn't be saying nothing is new under the sun if you thought you only lived once.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything would be new under the sun now.
Yeah.
Every idea would be new. No ideas are new. The horses are just cars. They even call it horsepower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Everything is just so-called advanced today.
Yeah, it's just advanced, not different. It's not change.
Exactly. There was a beginning of it. And it says, and our lives shall pass away as a trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our life is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. Come on, therefore.
This is where they start doing wicked.
Yeah.
Yo, you don't want to come out tonight? Yeah, man, I don't want to come out, man. It's the Sabbath. I'm not trying to go out there and party with you guys. Come on, man. My woman just broke up with me and shit. Come on, bro. Let's drink. It's like, nah, bro. I'm good. Bro, we only got one life, my nigga. We only got one life. Let's live it to our fullest.
Yo, that's Satan speaking.
That's Satan. He talks softly, too.
Yeah.
And he'll talk to you. He'll wait. You know what's funny? Your friend, or whatever, Satan.
Yeah, he'll talk to you in your own voice.
Yeah, he'll go through hell. His woman just left him. And then that nigga will come by and be like, yo, your woman hurt you too? Yeah, me too. Me too. Let's go drink. It's Saturday, Doc. Nah, but let's go drink.
Yeah.
Let's go party out here. Yeah, again, misery loves company.
And then, they go out partying, and then they pick up women that have men. It's adultery.
So they're even worse than the ones that left them.
Yeah, leading you to sin. They go back to the same spot where they picked up the woman that left them from. You know what I mean?
Thinking that there will be change.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots, man.
If you gotta go to a club to pick up girls, bro.
That tells you everything, man. That tells you everything.
That right there tells you the lifestyle that woman will be, giving you pretty much.
Yeah.
It's just, she's always gonna want to party, and literally that's all they do is, they dress up slutty as hell because they want to seek attention from different men.
And the men are like, and you men are just idiots, man. You're boys.
Yeah.
You go to the club, you find love. First of all, you're already fucking up. You go there to find love, and then you complain and get upset and cry and say fuck women when they fuck you over.
It's like, where did you pick them up? Like, well, the club. Okay, well, now they know that the club is not where you find girls. Then they go to the bar.
They go to a different club. Okay, let's go to Dooney. Let's go to Dooney. It's like, yo.
The Dooney club.
Yeah, it's like.
Peer.
Peer.
Yeah, but Pure has some pure righteous girls.
Yeah. Well, see, it's the pure. There must be some good women here. And you guys, like, Yeah, you guys are dumb, man. Like it's hard not to laugh.
Yeah.
It's like you, and it's like it's okay. It's one thing if you do that once. You sincerely fucked up the first time. Okay, you didn't know.
You should learn.
But you're doing that over and over again. We might as well be amused.
Come on, you know.
You know.
And it sucks, and it just goes to show the hell that we're living, because, you know, even if you go to this church, that's where the biggest hoes are at, man.
Yeah.
You know, to go pick up these girls, because, you know, like a lot of men go to church just to pick up female, that's it, you know. Like a lot of these men don't believe in whatever the hell this church is pushing. Now, I'm not saying, you know, every single man, but majority of them just go there because, you know, they got some good-looking woman, you know. And these women are a bunch of sluts, man. So, you know, in all the scriptures talks
And
about.
they know it. Like these church women are freaks.
Yeah,
they know it.
Exactly. That's why they go there.
Yeah.
You know, they're attracted to wickedness.
Yeah.
You know, and it all goes back to the scriptures saying that, you know, this is a wicked and adulterous generation.
Yeah.
Because every avenue that you go at is pretty much wickedness, man. Hence why you gotta wait for the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. Hence why Paul said, you know, if you don't have a woman, don't seek one. And if you do have one, you know, don't let her go away, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Because, you know,
Yeah,
like,
if you don't have a woman, don't seek one.
Yeah.
If the Lord wants you to be with a woman, He'll bring her to you. You don't go chasing her.
Exactly. Hey, the scripture says many have gone out of their wits for women.
Out of their wits.
They do whatever the hell.
They lost logic. Logic went out the window.
Yo, like, it just reminds me of that saying, you know, like, when we were in high school, you know, like, when, you know, you see two couples and you see the man always following after the woman, you know, we used to say, you know, this guy's getting whipped.
Yeah, he's getting whipped. He's whipped. Yeah, he's whipped.
Yeah,
he's whipped. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah,
it's the same. You know, many have gone out of their wits for women.
Yeah, it's the same
you know?
thing. Yeah.
They literally bow down to these women.
Yeah, now they call them soft. They go, you're soft.
Yeah. Yeah. They're whipped.
That's what a slave does. A slave follows after his master.
Yeah. Regardless of what, you know, they will do whatever that master says. And it says, "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us."
That are present. See, they don't want to look into the future. You guys want to live in the now and the here and the now. Living in the here and the now to an extreme is too much. It's all about balance. Yeah, you have to be aware of what's happening right now. But in the grand scheme of things, you gotta look towards the future.
Yeah.
In the future, Yahushua is coming.
Yeah.
The chip is coming. The downfall of this society is coming. And that future is not far. It's real close, man.
You know, and now the Lord is actually showing slowly who the true men are. You have a lot of these women, you know, that left their men that were in the truth or that are in the truth right now.
Yeah.
They want to come back into, you know, their lives, man. You know what I mean? You know, texting these men, you know what I mean? Because now they're slowly, you know, starting to understand, you know, that this truth is power. You know what I mean? And that the Lord is going to raise us up. And that whoever the hell, you know, they left, you know, the men of the Lord for, that man is wicked. He's childish. You know what I mean? Not actually understanding what they had before. You know what I mean? So we're coming into a time where the Lord Yahweh is going to give us the power to actually pick whichever woman we want, man.
Yeah.
Because we're going to actually have real power, man. And women naturally attract power, man. You know? And it says, "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth."
Yeah, and you know what's funny about that? These elites, they think like that.
Yeah.
Because to them, we're their toys.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a kid, you have your toy, you play with it, and when you're done, you just throw it away. And your mom's all like, "Yo, clean after yourself."
Yeah.
I spent $50 on that toy, and you just left it on the floor?
Yeah.
You know, this is how Esau thinks of us.
Yeah.
Let us use these creatures as if we were in our youth.
Yeah.
That's why they have no balance, man. Esau, even when you're dead, he said you owe him money. You're not even in this realm. You're in the spiritual realm, and you owe him money.
Yeah, he will make your children pay for it.
Yo, that's crazy.
Right?
That's crazy.
Like literally, man. You know, just like I forget who said it, but it's like when we die, you know, we get a bill, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Come on.
Like, as in, you know, whatever.
That's actually an insurance thing.
Yeah.
Everything that you owe to the society or to the government, and you haven't paid off your debt, your debt gets
yeah.
transferred to your family.
Yeah, it gets passed on to your children.
Yeah, your children. Yeah.
Whereas with these Edomites, when they die, they get a will. You know, they get a will from their parents, $100,000. You know what I mean? You know, that's why some of these Edomites are waiting for their parents to die.
Yeah, absolutely. They really are. They're like, yo, I can't wait. You kick off the coffee.
Yeah.
I get tons of money.
Yo, man, like my woman, she works, like at a home care, right?
Yeah.
And she told me, man, like, this old man, he was just there dying, man, and they called his daughter, hey, we think this is, pretty much like the last meal of your father. Do you want to come see him? Nah, I'm working. That's what she said.
You guys are wicked, bro.
She said, nah, I'm working.
Fuck. That's how you know she's been waiting. It's like, it's about time.
Yeah.
You owe me some money.
Yeah. Yo, and the guy passed away, man. He passed away by himself. You know what I mean? I was like, that's cold, dog.
That's real
That's
cold,
man. No?
He deserves it, though.
Yeah.
That was his luck.
That was his luck, man. Come on. And it says, let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered.
You see, that's the same spirit we were just talking about earlier. Yeah. Yo, yeah, you broke up? Yeah, she broke up with me too. Let's go party.
Yeah.
Let's go dress up nice, wear your favorite J's.
Yeah.
A woman be doing that.
Yeah.
Fuck him. You know what? He's not a man anyways.
Yo,
and take her hand and let's go out. They wear skimpy ass shit.
Yeah.
Get their shit done up.
Yeah.
And that's why, man, every time, with my woman, bro, like, I tell him, like, yo, I'm your best friend. I'm your best friend and I'm your man. You don't, and if I don't like your friends, trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. There's a reason for it.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of these women, they get their advices from other women who don't have men. Here it is. You have a man and you're going to seek advice from a woman that doesn't have a man. What sense does that make, man?
Man, that's why you women are, you're the weaker, you're lost. You're like children. And it's funny because my woman was like, well, I was like, yo, I don't like your friends, so you gotta cut them off. And she's like, well, she's like, what about you? You friends, like, you like my friends though, don't you? Yeah. So, okay. There you go. Like, there's a reason why you like my friends and I don't like yours.
Yeah. Exactly. And women are easily manipulated, man. When you constantly ask them about something and they say no at first, they eventually will, just crack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're easily manipulated, man. So like when they see something, when they see how their girlfriends are treating their husbands and so on and on, although they might not agree, once they see it over and over and over, they eventually just naturally do it later on.
Yeah.
Because it's like, their subconscious have just picked up on these things that they begin to think that it's normal.
Yeah, they're a weaker vessel, man. You gotta make sure they don't get into some shit.
Yeah. You literally have to protect and look after them because it's like, it's like a child.
Literally, children. When you first have a child, you put those little rubber things on the corner of the sharp edge so that your kid doesn't run into it
and hurt themselves.
Yeah.
You have to be that eye, man. Yeah. That's why, as a man, of the house, you literally have to look after a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do, man.
That's another child, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you want to have more kids, and you have now. You're gonna a man that has a woman that has kids with her really has like 2 extra kids.
Yeah, and a lot of the time, women make decisions off of emotions, right?
So
it's like when you are direct and straightforward. Yeah.
See? Because of a woman.
Yeah, like, and those 2 girls are twins, I believe, But but
hey,
like.
man, do you know that you're an Israelite according to the Bible? Have you ever been told that?
Yeah, but
Nah, this guy's lost. Fuck him.
I'm lost. Anyways.
But like as I was saying, like majority of the time, like when you're direct and you're straightforward with whatever decision that goes within the house, right? Because these women go off of emotions, they want to, there's friction. You know what I mean? There's friction. They're like, they think that you're being rude or why are you so strict and so on and on. It's because I already know the end of it, man. That's why it's like, no, it's not a maybe, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
You say no like you're talking to your kid right
Yeah,
now.
bro.
No.
Kai, like, it's just like that movie, I'm a bird box,
Yeah, bird box. Yeah,
right? right? Like it's the same thing, you know. The one older guy, you know, that's bald, you know, he seems to be, you know, the one guy that's good at all. But yo, throughout the whole movie, I was like, this guy's right.
Yeah, he's
Whatever
right.
he says, he's right.
Yeah, he's
you
right.
know. And when he's, you know, pretty much telling the people that he was in the house with, don't let strangers in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
He was right, because what happened when that woman let that stranger in? He came in and killed everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, and throughout the whole movie, like I was sitting there, you know, like I was watching that movie with my sister, my little brother, my woman, you know, and my sister's friend. And I was like, this guy is right. From the beginning, before even watching the movie, I was like, whatever he says is right. Although he does seem to be rude, or, you know, you know, so-called rude, the guy was strict because he already knew, man. He knows the end of it. If you let strangers in, you don't know. You know what I mean? And, you know, just going back to that movie, you know, the old fat woman, you know, that let that stranger in, she said, well, I just imagined when I was on the outside, you know, and I felt that, you know, pretty much like, I'm a future girl inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, she made a decision for the whole crew, but just going off of her emotions.
Hey, question I ask you is, like, really, I know you guys always hear, but I need help. Like, I need really help.
What's up?
She used me for my money. What would you do? Leave her, just leave her alone.
Leave her, bro. Leave her. Leave her. Hey, man, like, you know, she's no good to you, man. She's no good to you, and that's, you know, that's exactly what
my sister just called me. She I got beat up last night. Like, I'm not like.
Yeah. Hey, man, you know, honestly, you know, like, you know, that's what we were just talking about. That women are wicked, man. In this day and age, if a woman just uses you, you gotta fucking use her too.
Yeah.
But you gotta be smart. You know, let her go, man. You know, you're gonna find you another better woman.
And somebody said you should have left her a long time ago. She had 6 kids. I got nothing.
Hey, man. Yo, honestly.
I know I'm stupid.
Yo, honestly, you know.
I see you guys. Like,
Yo, man,
my buddy goes to church. My buddy goes to church. My sister goes to church. I just don't know which way to go.
Hey, man, you know, like,
This is the
even.
truth right here.
Yeah, hey, man. Like, even in these churches, they don't teach you anything.
It hurts. Like, I was up at 6 o'clock this morning crying. What did they do?
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
That's tough, man. Honestly, that's tough, bro. But, like,
They walk away.
The end of the day, like we told you this last time, leave her.
Yeah, I did.
I got a scripture.
I heard she's got new mantle.
Good.
Like, really.
I got a scripture here, man.
But she does, you know, this.
Yeah, this is a scripture in the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 23. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance.
Right now, you have a head.
Yeah.
Go ahead, finish that. Sorry.
So, a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart.
So right now, you have a heavy countenance. You're depressed. You're sad about it.
Yeah.
And your mind is heavy. You're very stressed.
I want to drink more.
Yeah, absolutely. That's because.
But why is it like she says she doesn't want to drink? Or she does the cocaine and coke. I mean,
that's
dope.
the reason why you feel that way is because you keep her around. If you cut her off, you'll feel more free. I'm telling you. The weight will come off your shoulders.
Hey, man, at the end of the day, the reason why you're still around her is,
hey guys,
you know, it's because, like, you know, she still has the
like
box. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, the only reason why, you know, you still want to keep her is because, you know, she has a vagina. That's it. Hey,
find another one.
There's a lot of women. Yo, honestly, man, you know.
Yeah, but where? Nobody likes little people. Like I'm a small guy. She just saw me short and she said, "You're sexy," but
who cares, man? Who cares?
Yeah, you'll be honestly, at the end of the day, man. You'll be more happy if you cut her off.
Yeah. And then
it's a native woman. Like she just need, but she's always asking for this too. Remember I told you?
Yeah, cut her
the
off.
money.
Cut her off.
Is there a thing about using money? Like she always like.
There she is.
Oh yeah.
The scripture with
Yeah.
the hole in his purse.
Yeah. And it says, a woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Yeah.
It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the woman no passage, neither of wicked woman living together.
I asked you a question. What are these about? Like,
The nation of Israel.
so where you think where am I? Like, all right.
Depends on what's your nationality from your father's side.
Oh shit, my father. England, like English.
You could be any,
Ukrainian.
You could be any one of these. You could be any one of them.
Which one you?
I'm trying to tribe of Judah.
Okay. You're top of the line. But now a question to ask you. You think I should quit my drinking over this? Is it because of her? Is it because of her? Like,
Hey man, you know, like you can
No.
drink, you can drink in moderation.
but she
But-
was drinking heavy.
Yeah, you know, which is not good.
Yeah, drink
You
in
know?
moderation.
Exactly, man. But you know, at the end of the
Walk
day,
away.
man. At the end of the day, you know, you gotta cut her off. You have to cut her off, otherwise you're gonna be in the same state that you're in.
I
right
didn't
now.
know she was doing the drugs, so I called her.
Hey man,
Like, I walked away now. Now, this is what, 2 weeks now, I walked away.
I'm telling you right now, bro. If you go back to her, your life will be
I'm
way
stupid.
worse. It'll be worse
Thank
than
you.
it is now.
Thank
All right, man. Take care, hey.
It's hard, but it's hard to see myself. Like, she always comes, she's got a house there, but
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody said, hey, trust me, you guys, I do love you guys. She's a native, but boy, I wish you go back to native. A bus driver said, she got 6 kids. Why'd you go with her? Like, right off the bat, my sister said,
It's true.
my sister didn't like that. My sister didn't, I caught her doing this shit.
Yeah.
yeah, man. That's no good for you. That's no good, man.
You don't need that.
Yeah, bro. Anyways, man.
Anyways, where are we at?
Go
Move
back
around.
to you guys.
With
You guys
the-
done a good job. Hey,
Take care,
no,
man.
no, hey, what? Do you guys go to church?
This is our church.
Right here, right now.
Can I come like Sundays?
Yeah,
Right here, right
yeah.
now.
Every Sunday we're here. You want to come and listen? Every Sunday we're here.
Okay. No, I trust you, brothers.
Yeah, for sure. The listen is great every Sunday.
Yeah, man. You know.
I know it's cool for you guys too, like me too. Like it's hard.
So with that, we're going to close up and we're going to say,
Kahala Yahweh,
Kahala
Yahweh Shai, Bashem,
That will honors for the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the elect, pushing his words and truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Death and destruction to this wicked kingdom, truth of Israel, and Esau as well. And the woman.
Okay.
Shalom.
But question now, question. She keeps holding me. Block noise.